know me from the podcast Two Nosy Meerkats, that I co-host with Lucas, my fellow lesbian. I'm really, really excited about this. Can we give it up for Lucas again one more time? Lucas is turning 30. That is crazy to believe, because he looks like a little boy and a decrepit old man at the exact same time. That guy is 13 going on dead, I think. I'm always like, Lucas, what creams are you using? You look so sallow. All right, we're getting rolling. Show fans, who here's been to a roast before? That's most of us. Okay, if you haven't, we're gonna be saying some mean stuff up here. Okay, it's not gonna be that mean. Like, I'm not gonna get up here and be like, Lucas is really hard to love. Even though that's true, I'm not gonna say that. But we're all gonna be a little messed up to each other, and honestly, really nice to Jinkx MONSOON because it's crazy that she's here, and I really want to be famous. Keep it going for Jinkx MONSOON. Tonight she'll be racing away from all the comics trying to show her their pilots. Everyone's like, oh, it's about being in your 20s and doing stand-up in New York. It's like, that's all of them. But if you did want to read mine, it's under your chair. Jinkx is not the only reality star coming up. Keep it going for John Franklin, everyone. I guess you were using the word star pretty loosely. John was on a show called The Circle, very similar to Drag Race. They both evaluate certain skills. Drag Race evaluates if you can dance, act, dress, sing. The Circle evaluates, hey, do you text good? And in the Do You Text Good competition, John Franklin got 4th place. I actually looked this up earlier. John is on Cameo. Do you guys know what Cameo is? Cameo is an app where you can make bespoke videos for your fans. And he's charging $20 plus. Who's paying the plus? Not our only TV star tonight, we've also got Asad BENBOW coming to the stage from the Island Out. Asad is actually very young. It's actually written into his contract that after every episode of Wild 'N Out, they have to give him a lollipop and a gold star. You are high out of your mind. Now I feel bad saying that's true. Asad told us on our podcast that he's a virgin, which makes sense. I don't think he's ever kissed a woman. He's busy blowing smoke rings at her. Yeah, we're gonna talk. So we've got a variety of people here tonight. We have Asad. We also have Sheria MATTIS. Yeah. I gotta say, Sheria, it is so nice to have our queer elders here. Really. Sheria, great comic, great writer. She's also a single lesbian pushing 40, so. If she doesn't adopt a pit bull and join a book club soon, we are going to have to put her in a home. It's very, very unfortunate. Guys, I want you to give it up for this next comedian, Aran. Oh my goodness. Aran's actually a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race himself. he didn't realize that you're actually allowed to be gay and talented at the same time. Aran loves video games, which makes sense. He kind of looks like he plays role-playing games about standing up to your boss. You're gonna get him someday. Speaking of queer people, we got Sunny LAPRADE here tonight. You know, I think Sunny's so great, and a lot of people are gonna come up here and make stupid wisecracks about her gigantic teeth. Lovely weather we're having. Remarkable. I want you guys to make a lot of noise for Carson OLSHANSKY, and I'm also going to bring up Now, I know it seems kind of crazy to bring up our two trans masks together, but I wanted to do this because I realized recently Carson and Max between them have 2 Substacks and barely a job. Way to break stereotypes, guys. That'd be like if my Jewish parents actually controlled the weather and owned the banks. Which they do. I once said Max, when I roasted him years ago, I once said he looked like the sloth from Ice Age. You know what's crazy? That's still true, and that was 3 genders ago. We do have other cis people here. We're bringing one up right now. Keep it up for Irina, CHELIDZE. Irina is cis, but you wouldn't know it from that clocky face and flat ass. Say she's a straight woman, her eyebrows say gender can be anything. Irina and I both went to the same high school. We went to high school with Timothy Chalamet, and I think if he saw us tonight, he'd say, "Why are you guys roasting my Wario?" And with that, let's bring out Lukas Arnold. My gosh. This is so funny to me because I podcast with Lukas, so I hear him talk for hours once a week, and no wonder I'm passively suicidal, right? Because every week he gets on the pod and he goes, I picked ramps in my garden, I made pesto. And I'm like, great. You gonna clip that later? Definitely clip the ramps thing, man. It's really good. Lukas, if you're here, who's doing card tricks to a bar full of women who didn't ask? Lukas was raised by anti-vaxxers, which kind of makes sense. He looks like the worm in RFK's brain. I'm excited on this next one. Lukas looks like after he comes, he goes, "So that happened." But I do love him so much, Lukas. Seriously, I love you a lot. You're kind, you're thoughtful, you're hardworking, you're funny, you're gay, you're quick-witted. Sorry, I just thought if I snuck it in, he'd finally admit it. Are we ready to get this show on the road? We are a hot crowd tonight. I'm so excited to bring up your first comic. You've already met him. He's very funny, co-host of Flamethrowers, an all-queer roast show. He also looks like he does a land acknowledgement before breaking up with you via text.
I'd like to do an acknowledgement before I start this roast. That I would never actually text back in the first place. Okay. Thank you, Gabby. I'm so glad you're hosting this. I think we can all agree that what this world needs right now more than ever is more white South African voices. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Elon Musk. A lot of roasters tonight are probably gonna body shame Gabby, and I think that's fucked up. Her neurotic personality is right there. I once saw Gabby bring a baseball glove to a birthday party. She's the only person I've ever seen go cruising to find a sun. As for our other roasters, Carson OLSHANSKY is here. You may know them from shushing you in the library. Carson looks like if a Peanuts character overpaid for an eighth. Carson and I are both on testosterone. They froze their eggs before starting tea, so that egg is just like their parent, a little cold. Speaking of a little cold, Irina CHELIDZE is also here. Irina has a comedy OnlyFans, and it's so nice to see her reconnect with her Russian porn bot roots. Maybe now instead of getting cheated on, you can get cheated with. I'm kidding, obviously. I admire Irina as a comedian. I want my mustache to look just like hers someday. LAPRADE is also here. Sunny is trans, but with those teeth, the only sport she has a biological advantage at is eating an apple through a tennis racket. We told you it was gonna get mean. It's unfair to compare Sunny to a horse because when you break her leg, she comes. We also have Sunny's roommate, Sheria MATTIS. Sheria has a show called Gay Shame, but I think being in your 30s with 24-year-old roommates is a shame in any situation. Sheria and I have both had hysterectomies. Mine was for gender-affirming care. Hers was so she doesn't get pregnant from the strap. Sheria, I'm so glad you're here because if you're here, then studs everywhere are safe. Aran Clemens is also here. Aran is gay, or as no one said, really? Aran has a show called Aran Plays a Game With You, which is a really impressive feat of game design and creativity. Next, he's gonna try something even harder. Aran maintains eye contact. John, Asad, you're straight men. I'll have time for you when Pride is over. It's incredible to share a stage with the multi-talented Jinkx MONSOON. Jinkx, it's so kind of you to be here to fulfill Lucas's Make-A-Wish. Jinkx is a 2-time winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, and Lucas got 2 times by his ex-girlfriend. She didn't mean to leave you, Lucas. You just turned sideways behind a pole and she thought you disappeared. Which brings me to the boy of the hour, Lukas Arnold. Lucas, thank you for putting this together. I know you had to take time off from waving your arms outside a car dealership. I'm not here to punch down against Lucas, I'm only here to punch up. In fact, I can only punch up because I'm short and he's built like the Pixar lamp. Lucas is a dyslexic voice actor, so they mostly have him read for sound effects. It's helpful that slapping him sounds like shaking laminated paper. It's also surprising to me that he can't read when he's shaped like a magnifying glass. Lucas's TikToks prove he's a master of wordplay. If only he could master words. Lucas is a content creator, or as most adults would call it, unemployed. He doesn't need to worry about AI replacing his job when his direct competition is the Costco guys and the Rizzler. Some could call Lucas an influencer, which is crazy for a guy whose body can be influenced by a gentle breeze. It feels rude to make fun of Lucas for his appearance. It's not his fault that a large painting fell on him and turned him 2-dimensional. That said, Lucas looks like if a malnourished greyhound made a wish to become a real boy. When trans people see someone we think will obviously be trans in the future, we call them an egg. Lucas gets called an egg a lot, and I agree. Not because I think he's trans, but because dropping him from 2 feet off the ground would break him. Lucas is obviously a cis man. No one else would post that many podcast clips. In gay communities, we have body types like bear and otter. Lucas, you would be worm. Don't be afraid of embracing your body type. Be afraid of the early bird. I can't wait to watch the rest of the roast tonight. Remember, I can shave my terrible facial hair, but you can't shave your personalities. I love you, Lucas. Happy 30th birthday. You don't look a day over 15 or a pound over 90.
Conventionally attractive man, so now we all have to hear about that forever. She looks like one of my bones. Keep it going for Irina, CHELIDZE!
Thank you, umpire. Good evening, everybody. Oh my God, it's an honor to be here. This is definitely the weirdest bar mitzvah I've ever been to. Sure. Congratulations on becoming a man, Lucas. Sorry all your chest hair is growing on your head. Sorry about that. Everyone give it up for Max Gross. Come on. Great job, Max Gross. I know you were promised a juice box and a Scooby snack. Max, it's so nice to see you out and about. Thank you for leaving your hazmat suit at home. Although, I see they sat you next to Sonya LaPrade, so I guess you'll be dipping your body in hand sanitizer later. Okay, it's gross. Alright, Asad BENBOW is here, the world's first mumblecore comedian. Asad, no offense, but what are you doing here? Like, you don't need to say yes to every spot. You're on Tires, like you're on MTV, like you could have said no, you know what I mean? This looks like you walked into the robotics club meeting because you heard there'd be pizza. Usually when this crowd needs a diversity hire, they call up Lukas Arnold. Lucas and Asad are both on Wild and Out together, which, yeah, that is weird considering Asad's not that wild and Lucas definitely isn't out. Speaking of calm and closeted, Carson OLSHANSKY is here. Hope everybody brought their dictionary. God, Carson's so boring. I'm gonna need a PA to do a coffee run during their set, so John Franklin, I'll take a latte. No sugar. Okay, Aran Ablock Clemens is here. Great guy, dear friend. I don't know him, but I love him so much. Now, one of RuPaul's greatest prodigies is here. Yeah, everyone give it up for Gabby Jordan Brown. I love your wig. You almost look like a real girl. No, actually, give it up for Jinkx MONSOON, everybody. I'm such a fan. I can't believe you're here. I guess things are going really well. No, I actually don't have too much about you because I love you. And it is super cool to be meeting a literal celebrity. I love you so much, Chapel Roan. Now for the man of the hour, little boy Lucas. Yeah, it's so special to be a part of this small child's Make-A-Wish. Most people ask to go to Disneyland, but that's cool. I know we gotta wrap it up because you are busy rickrolling Zionists on Instagram. Get back to that. Honestly, give it up for Lucas doing so much for the Palestinian people. That is so fucking cool. Now, you don't need to follow their diet out of solidarity. Lucas, you're as straight as you are black. Is this too much? I may have overwrote. Your head is shaped like a gusher and your body is shaped like a Twizzler, and I think that's really sweet. In all seriousness, thank you so much for putting this all together and bringing us all together so that we can celebrate you, because you do deserve to be celebrated. You're a great guy, you're kind, you're funny, you're constantly lifting up the people around you. What you lack in white blood cells, you make up for in spirit. So I just want to say thank you so much. I love you. Happy birthday.
We got more ahead for you. We got. This is where I got function. We got more ahead for you. You really took me out with the umpire thing. Crazy. Coming to the stage right now. You might recognize him from jumping up and down at the bodega trying to reach the gummy worms. Give it up for Asad, BENBOW!
Give it up for yes sir, yeah. Very nice show. This is good. I feel like I didn't like how I'm happy that I get to talk my shit now. Yeah, I'm talking my shit because I didn't like their saying some fucked up shit. Yeah, that's what. Alright, yeah, we talk about shit. Also, she was saying she listed my credits. That's cool. That makes me feel good. That sounds bad, but I'm very happy to be here. Yeah, same. Just bring enjoy. I was like, I don't know. They were saying it was AO, but I feel like it's alright. I'm gonna say my business. They didn't have to say it was AO. I do feel kind of like a bad black person, but I'm just happy it's like smiles and stuff. So, alright. Lucas, let me think. Lucas, what can I say? You're fucking chopped. You dance are chopped as fuck. You ugly as shit. Everybody like, yeah. It's actually alright. I got some notes about that. You actually had No, you dead ass look crazy though. I like that. You look crazy that he looks like that. You know? That's insane. That's what I was thinking. Like, why would you do show business? Like, just anything. You know what I mean? Imagine having a face like that and you're like, I want thousands of people to see me. That's how I feel. That's how I never want anybody. I'd be trying to like save kids out of fucking trees or some shit to like, you know, I don't think I have to be the best person ever to. But then I feel like the worst case scenario too, right? Because you look like this. So, because you look like that. But then imagine that with money and power, you know what I mean? It can only be something bad because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like Ellen or some shit, I feel like. Or like, I don't know. Alright, how about, I don't know. But maybe not. You've always been kind and you seem good, but you're just, this is one of the shits he said. He said, self-conscious about your appearance growing up. Acne used to be covered, he's still chopped. I'm sorry. That is kind of hard. Used to, now definitely self-conscious about being hyper skinny with a massive head. Yeah, you know what I mean? Isn't that not funny that he's so self-conscious? Because he knows he's in on it, because I do feel, that's all they say about him. That's all they're gonna only make fun of his head. I don't have any personality things like to really say about you. Just are really chopped, bro. And like, honestly, that's probably why you have a good personality, because you look like that. Cause it's insane, bro. You could never come at anybody with any type of, you know what I mean? They hate you, because if you look like that and you're not nice, you're fucked. You're dead. You know what I mean? That's insane. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say this, like, yo, if you like, alright, say you shot up a school or something, and then they put like a picture up of your face, and then they're like, this is the guy. I'd be like, yo, what, that, you know what I mean? They probably bully the shit out of him because he looks like, alright. I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't be thinking, never mind. But you know what? I'm just saying, like, or some bad. If he did some fucked up shit, I'd be like, he deserves it a little bit because he looks like, I can tell the world has not been friendly to him. You know, that's what I'm saying. There's no way. There's no way the world. You know what I mean? All right. That way, I had some other ones. I had some. I was gonna say, he looks like the thing. You know the thing in SpongeBob when it's like chocolate. You know. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what he looks. You know what I mean? Don't make a post, bro. You should have some respect for yourself. This is the worst. You don't. I don't know, bro. It's like I feel like it shows that you're comfortable in yourself, but there's no way you can be like doing this, bro. You're already allergist. You know what I mean? You could have a normal birthday. This is. I would say missionary with you must be hell, bro. Like. Imagine. I fucking kill myself. You know. I was gonna say. Also. The chocolate, this kind of similar to the chocolate one, but it's like, my precious, you know, my precious. If I say it in a good way, what could you do that over? Maybe like, you do my precious over like, I don't know, like let me think or like a Kamala sticker or something. Like, never mind, but that's not even a bad thing. I'm trying to think of a bad thing. You're like a soy man. But I'm not a strong guy either, but you make me feel like good. You struggle with black identity, I probably imagine, because he's like half a little bit black, and I know that, like, and people try to like boost him up about it, like they'll try to be like, yo, you can do it, but I don't even know, like, you know what that would be like. Yeah, honestly, it's good that you actually, I guess you don't struggle with your identity because you dress. If you would, you'd be on, you know what I mean? You'd be on some or some other shit. Like you'd be trying to prove that you're black all the time. So it's actually probably good that you dress like, you know what I mean? So you're not trying to prove that you're black. You're comfortable with oneself. But then also maybe you're not comfortable because you like, because if you had some drink, it would be like, then he's really good at, I don't know. Never mind. What are you saying? I never really see you do some fuck shit. I just feel like people just don't respect you because of the way you look like. That's really, and it's like, it's hard to get over that, I imagine, but it's like, I know that you have to just have the wherewithal, like, keep going and just like, staying strong, bro. I really respect that. That's honestly what I was gonna say, actually. Bro, your dad's gonna be probably a trailblazer in Hollywood just for looking like that and having any type of success. Like, I really hope that, I hope that you really crush it, because then, like, it could give, like, a lot of guys, like, that look like that, like, hope and stuff. And alright, this is fucked up. No, that's not fucked up. If I was laughing, I would be. This might be. Nah, wait, that's the point. It's a roast. Is that alright? Never mind. It's a roast. Is fried. Yo, nah, shut up. Alright. I don't fuck with you. Alright. Don't talk to me after the show. Don't be trying to dab me up or nothing. I don't fuck with you. Nah. Y'all see I paid y'all no attention, and that's because Lucas is so ugly. So I had to. Alright, no more. But that's because it's like way more funny to make fun of Lucas than. Y'all got life stuff, like, I just feel like Lucas, he just looks like, you know, honestly, I didn't even expect to get roasted. I didn't want people to make fun of me, I just wanted to hate. They gave me the light. Actually, let me make fun of you guys. What you got going? I don't even know, but y'all look, like, not valid. That's what I'm gonna say. You know, that's what I'm gonna like. And who am I to say, you know what I mean? Who am I really to say? But that's also why I don't even know. I just feel like morally I shouldn't fuck with this. I wouldn't have my family here. Like, I don't want any black people to know I was ever fucking here, bro. That shit is fucked up. But it's like I'm trying to get better at comedy and work on my shit, so I'm taking on like opportunities, and that's really why. Cause I am trying to practice myself. And that's for you to shame me for trying to work on myself. That's what I wanted to say. You're about to get fucking married, and you're trying to get fucked. That's fucked up, yo. I don't fuck with that shit. I'm done.
stomach must be an impediment to your psyche. All right, but we're gonna quit horsing around, all right? Because that's our next comics job. Keep it going for setting up proud.
Thank you, Gabby. What can I say about Gabby that hasn't already been said by her mother behind her back? Gabby is an Afrikaner. She managed to inherit all of the legitimate bigotry with none of the land ownership. Gabby recently released a stand-up special. I'm not really sure. She's literally the only person I've heard talk about it. Max Gross is here. Max, you are so inspiring. You are living proof that some people can overcome chronic illness and have like flourishing, successful careers. Not you, but some people. Sheria MATTIS is here. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything mean to her because we live together. I really don't want her to get out the belt when we get home. Irina, if you're here, who's at a frat party desperately screaming, "But wait, I'm not like other girls"? John Franklin, you better be careful. I've heard that Gabby really has a thing for ugly, pathetic, cretinous male comics. That is good inside baseball, but Gabby has fucked some men who are truly astounding. Asad, you are younger and more successful than me, which means that I'm not going to make fun of you because instead I will be stabbing you to death. Lucas's transition goals are here. Give it up for Carson OLSHANSKY. Wait, but Carson, if you're here, who's haunting Gabby's family's apartheid mansion? Aran, I really only have one thing to say to you, and that is transition. It would be really nice to finally see some light behind those eyes. It's legitimately such an honor to be sharing the stage with the incomparable Jinkx MONSOON. Yeah. Jinkx, you are really such an inspiration to truly all the most annoying people in my life. Drag Race and Broadway, honey, you're a woman, the gay boys don't want you. And finally, the man we're all here for, Wild N Out's DEI hire. I'm just kidding, Lucas is mixed. He's black on his mom's side and terminally ill on his dad's side. Everyone give it up for the strong gust of wind that brought Lucas here tonight. Lucas, you anorexic Funko Pop. You look like you're here fundraising for a disease that's about to be named after you. You look like a Make-A-Wish kid whose wish was to die faster. You're like if John Mulaney had none of the talent but all of the chin filler. In all seriousness though, you guys should be impressed that I kept my flat Stanley in such good condition. Lucas has a podcast called Two Nosy Meerkats, which is the dumbest name I've heard since Jinkx MONSOON. We all love Lucas though. He's such a great friend. He's letting me open up for him later this month which is the first and last time that a girl will ever open up for Lukas without Rufalin. Y'all aren't fucking with me during Pride Month? That's crazy. He is a fierce advocate for queer rights. He's such a good ally that we actually added letters to the acronym just for him. It's now LGBTQIA. WTF is that? But really, he helped me integrate to the stand-up scene here when I moved here. I'm very proud to call him my friend, and he is truly proof that you really don't have to be that funny to be successful. Happy birthday, buddy. We love you.
South African, I'm starting to feel like a real refugee. I didn't fucking do it! I didn't do it! Okay. She didn't do shit. Okay. Alright, guys, we got one more act before our intermission. How's that sound? We got a projector coming down, so you know it's gonna be serious. Should we wait for it to come down? All right, we'll give it up for the token gay guy at an insurance company, Aran.
Hi, thank you all for being here. Lukas is my good friend. Hello. Lukas is my good friend, and so I have a question. I don't want to disrespect this art form, but whatever happened to being nice? Okay, you guys are all being so mean to our friend Lukas. Now, Lukas and I are good friends, and friends are nice to each other. Friends are really, we should be kind to one another, is what I think. So, Lukas and I actually, we go way back. We go way back. So I know Lukas before TikTok, if you can believe that. And we're really good friends, and I'm really grateful to have him in my life. So I made a little acoustic poem for Lukas. This is what Lukas means to me. What Lukas means to me. L means loving. Lukas is a loving friend. He's so sweet. He's so affectionate. He's sort of just like the kindest guy. He's sort of the kindest guy. He's so secure in his sexuality. You know, he's like such a secure heterosexual, and he says things that sort of other men will not say to you. Other straight men like himself. Not with all you. There we go. Give it up for Lukas. Okay, thank you. Okay, so U is for upbeat. Lukas is so positive, he's such a positive energy. So the thing about him is that he can sort of like bomb. He can sort of bomb again and again and again. And he'll still be like, I thought that show went great. And in fact, you might even catch him saying that after his roast today. So I think it's admirable to have that quality. There we go. Okay, K is for kittenish. Okay, so Lukas kind of looks like a cute little kitty. Doesn't he look like a cute little kitty? No, but kittenish actually means, so yeah, I found the adjectives that start with K. It sort of means playful and lighthearted, and that is definitely something that Lukas is. He's sort of like a silly, goofy guy. He's so crazy. I love him. He's so crazy. Oh my god, he's such a good guy. Okay, so A is for awesome. S is for sexy. Lukas, you know, he's kind of does it for a lot of people. You know that kind of pale thing he has going on. Yeah, he's so hot. Oh my god. That was so crazy. That was okay. And this is what means to me. So Arnold means always remember and never overlook that Lucas is no, that's not. That's not. No, wait, stop. There we go. Lucas is very. Lucas is so brave to do this on your birthday when people are gonna be mean to you. He's so brave to even step out in public. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.
Hey, do you guys like my shirt? My dad got it for me on Temu, which is a sentence that Lucas is never allowed to say. I've never roasted anybody before, but that felt like a good start. So, I don't really know everybody here, so I didn't want to be mean, but I want to be mean about Lucas. And I was thinking about roasting Lucas, but it's hard to roast somebody who, like, you know, he's white, but his black does impressions, and his dad dies. That's really hard. So I started thinking about what hurts Lucas the most. And I landed on disappointing people. And I researched Lucas so extensively on the internet and found his cameo. Now Lucas, you have a 4.9 star rating on 10 reviews, which is pretty good. But I felt like they couldn't all be good. And I went deep into the cameo subreddit and found a post under the subreddit where it talks about worst cameo experiences and it mentions Lucas. Oh shit! So in an effort to find out more about you, I DM'd the man who mentioned you. And I said I was writing an expose about you and we were going to take you down together. Did you know you ruined a 4-year-old's birthday? We're sure going to talk about it. In February of 2023, Lucas was asked to do a cameo for a 4-year-old's birthday, where he would have to voice act as the main characters of Cars. He would play Lightning McQueen and Mater and wish the young man a happy birthday. And they were going to overlay the characters over the audio so the kid thought the characters were actually talking to him. Oh my God. The day before the birthday party, Lucas declined the request. This guy messaged Lucas after getting the request and said, "Wow, you're such a loser, LOL." And Lucas read it. And I said, that felt pretty harsh, and the guy said it was the best $1.99 I ever spent. But that's not why you ruined the birthday. Because in a last-second desperation heave, this man asked John Ratzenberger to perform the exact same cameo that they asked you. and I got the cameo.
Oh my God.
And because of you, this is what a 4-year-old heard on their birthday.
It's a burger here. You may not understand this being 4 years old, but I supply the voice of Mac the truck. Hey, look at all those sleeping trucks. Yeah, that's when you see Mac speak on the screen. And all those guys. It's my voice he's speaking with. So anyway, here's a tip from Mac. Look both ways before crossing. For the rest of your life. That's my birthday gift to you, pal. I'll say hi to Lightning and Mater and everybody over there at Cartown. That's what it's called. Okay, and say hi to your brother Harvey and your sister Tilly. Because birthdays, the whole family takes part. Light the candles, make a good wish, eat a lot of candy ice cream. Alright, happy 4th birthday, take care.
So Lucas, happy birthday. Just remember, you wouldn't imagine Pixar for a 4-year-old child.
The truth. Wow, one more time for that, everyone. Keep going. All right, we got a couple more comics left. This next comedian, you know them because they are the hosts of the Flamethrowers All Queer Roast. They seem like they'd call a 911 alternative on their Black neighbors cookout.
Glad you brought that up. Give it up for, as we know, white South African Gabby Brown. Not fair of me to make fun of her for that. She is very left-leaning whenever a Black person stands to her right. Gabby is a very funny queer comedian. She's sort of the Matt Rogers of our scene, in that she still hasn't realized that her podcast co-host coattails are not going to get her anywhere. We are both queer Jewish New Yorkers who Gabby's girlfriend would like to have sex with. Speaking of people whose partners I have vibes with, Sunny LaPrade is here. Looking like if the movie Clerks was a girl. Sunny's actually celebrating a huge transition milestone this week. She reached the stage of your transition where you start posting TikToks that are like, isn't it crazy that people think I pass? That's like when girls at your high school were like, isn't it weird that people think I'm skinny? Sorry, I'm being intolerant. I need to remember it's actually very affirming for Sunny to be a huge bitch. Sunny recently shared with me that she has a difficult relationship with her father, but I already knew that. I've seen her clothing choices. Irina CHELIDZE is here, looking beautiful as ever. Irina just got engaged. She keeps posting about it as if she expects us to be happy for her. We don't care that you had a unibrow in middle school. We are not rooting for you. Tell me why, even though I've never been married, I resent Irina for looking like my husband's mistress. John Franklin is here, a gentleman I do not know and whose vibe I do not care for. John looks like he ends interactions with women with, "What? It's just biology." I do really appreciate what John does for representation, though, bravely disproving the stereotype that straight, cis, white comedians with large social media followings have to be hot. Aran, it's good to see you. Aran and I are good friends, so it's honestly kind of hard for me to think of anything I could say about him that he wouldn't take too personally. Process. We can't let the far right learn about the existence of Aran Abelard Clemens. They can't know that we are letting men get that sensitive. Sheria MATTIS is here. Sheria, it is it's so good of you to take a break from complaining about which trans mass comedians aren't flirting with you to be here tonight. Sheria has a gay stand-up show, she has a gay podcast, the only gay thing she doesn't have is sex. I can really love and value my friendship with Sheria. She calls me her white nephew, I call her my great-grandmother. Asad BENBOW is here. Asad, your whole deal, I don't know if I'm allowed to make fun of it. My good friend Max Gross is here, or as I call him, Sweet Life of Crack and Codeine. Max makes jokes about how small his mustache is, but I wouldn't worry about it, man. It's to scale. To Max's credit, he gets laid a lot for a guy who's really into Beyblades. Between the anime toys and his love of video game speedruns, Max is proof that just because you fuck doesn't mean you're not a virgin. The amazing Jinkx MONSOON is here tonight. That is a huge deal for people who care more about theater kids than I do. Jinkx looks like a witch who only knows one hex, and it's making people get cast in chorus roles. I will admit I am nervous to be up here with Jinkx. Not because she's famous, just because I thought I was done hanging out with people who might make me play Zip Zap Zop. Speaking of theater kids, let's hear it for the man of the hour. I'm so happy to be here celebrating the birthday of this E.T. Chia pet. I like being around Lucas, it makes me feel normal looking. You know, like in an old movie when a girl whose heart is full of dreams will like practice slow dancing with an upside down broomstick? Lucas is like if that broomstick almost became a person. Lucas has great cheekbones. I'm so steady up here, guys. Lucas, yeah, thank you. Lucas has great cheekbones in jars under his bed. Looking isn't a murderer. Lucas recently posted about how scientists have resurrected a 40,000-year-old prehistoric worm, which felt like an overshare. Like, yeah, my mom birthed me vaginally. I don't need to hear your origin. Lucas is shaped like a lowercase I, and that I stands for, is he gonna be okay? I am only just learning that this show isn't a benefit for whatever it is he has. Now, honestly, I love Lucas. He is such a kind person. I'm always telling people that. They're like, what do you think of Lucas's videos? I'm like, Lucas is so sweet. Thank you for having me.
She's a depressed weed addict who can't have kids. Oh no! Can we go for Sheria Mattis?
Oh, thank you. Oh, Jesus. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, and fans of Carson OLSHANSKY. Thank you so much for having me here tonight at this painfully white event. I'm one of the two token black comedians on this stage. I'm here to represent the one drop of black blood and people don't know that. Lucas is black. People don't know that. Lucas is black. Lucas is black. Not like real black. You know. Like black in the way that like Haley Steinfeld is black. Like Pete Wentz is black. Right? Like Travis Kelce is straight. You know, he's black, but you can't really tell. You know, I think the correct term is incognito. So grateful to be here. Give it up for Gabby Jordan Brown. Yes. Give it up. She's hosting the fuck out of this. I'm sure she had a long commute because she had to get here on Lucas's coattails. I'm sorry. fine. I'm sorry. She's. Some of you might be fans of Gabby and Lucas's podcast, Two Nosy Meerkats. Yes. And the rest of you were like, they still doing that shit? Ain't nobody watched a full episode of that fucking podcast. Let it go. Speaking of podcasts no one watches, please follow my Black Lesbian Pop Culture podcast. It's called The Strapdown. Follow at The Strapdown on TikTok, Instagram, on YouTube. I swear to God, I need this to work out or I will do with domestic terrorism. As you have heard, my life is in free fall. Alright. Yeah, that's a threat. That's a threat. Follow the podcast where there's blood on your hands. Alright, I had to fit that little plug in there. I know that was like an awkward transition. Speaking of awkward transitions, Sunny LaPrade is here! This is my baby girl. I love Sunny LaPrade. She is my roommate. She was there for me when things really went wrong. She is the answer to my prayers and the answer to the question, what if Hunter Schafer had Steve Harvey's teeth? Angel. Clemens is here! The only person on this lineup less relevant than me. Nigga, we made it! What the fuck are we doing here? As you saw, Aran makes comedic slideshow presentations because that's what comedy needs. Meetings. Bitch, I mean, like, it was funny, but that shit could be an email. Speaking of emails, Carson OLSHANSKY is here. Carson OLSHANSKY is here. If y'all were wondering where that, bland narc energy was coming from. Right there. Carson is actually an internet heartthrob. Like, for real. Y'all, the comments be thirsty. I don't know why. I do not. I love Carson, but they got the sex appeal of an Excel spreadsheet. All right, I'm sorry. You ever look at somebody and know deep down for a fact that they booty tastes like watery oatmeal? Now you have. Max Gross is here. He's down there somewhere. His little ass over here, little pocket prince. Max Gross is a published journalist. Yes. If you can call the manic Tumblr shitposting that he puts on Substack journalism, which you can't, and you shouldn't. I'm so sorry. Was that mean? Or were y'all also skimming his Substack? Irina, Asad, and John. I don't really know you niggas like that. I don't really know y'all. I got like 5 minutes. I don't really know. Whatever. Eat a dick. I don't know. That's all I got for y'all. All right. And now on to the real reason that we are all here. Jinkx MONSOON. That's right. I knew y'all didn't think I was gonna say Lucas. Who the fuck is Lucas? Think I'm leaving my apartment for Lukas Arnold? What are you talking about? Don't nobody give a fuck about lightly toasted Timothée Chalamet. Fucking, how the fuck did you get Jinkx MONSOON to come here? Oh my God, look at, he had this dusty bullshit. Broadway legend and internationally tolerated drag superstar. Jinkx MONSOON! God damn, bitch, you played Mama Thornton on fucking Broadway! Is this your rock bottom? Bitch, oh my God. Seeing Jinkx MONSOON at this event is like seeing a white family in the projects. You know some bad decisions led to them being there. I know, listen, Lucas, you better be eating her ass the fuck out. I'm sorry. You better be tonguing her butthole down. You better be licking her orifice like you getting the last of the peanut butter out the jar. Fuck is you, what? No, I know. No, Lucas ain't no joke. Lucas has a very large fan base of the internet's most autistic bisexuals. Not to bring up Carson OLSHANSKY again. But no, but like, he got fans of them bitches not leaving their fucking houses for this, okay? They not leaving their houses, they too busy memorizing the train schedules. Or whatever it is. Anyway, Lucas, happy birthday. You've gotten through another year of successfully pretending that you're straight. I don't know how you do it, honestly. I can't. But you got it down. Thank you for being the top light skin in Brooklyn comedy. You are and always will be my own personal Zendaya.
Before we move on to our headliner, we do just have a little bit of a surprise for everyone, okay? Coming to the stage right now, it hasn't been mentioned yet, but Lucas does have a long-term girlfriend. And she has prepared a few loving, kind, thoughtful words to say tonight.
Good evening, I'm Jackie. I'm Lucas's girlfriend, thrilled to be up here. Obviously, I am not a comic. I'm actually a middle school art teacher. So the breadwinner of the So I'd appreciate your grace. Since this is my first time roasting Lucas publicly, I'm usually too busy convincing my family he's not gay. So I wouldn't even really know where to start. So he's ugly and he can't drive. Seriously, I want this to go well. Lucas tells me that my humor is so dry that he misses a lot of my jokes, which to me feels like a weird way to tell me that I'm funnier than him. But I'll take what the ego allows. But for those who are wondering, the relationship is going really well. We're enjoying a pretty standard, typical heterosexual relationship. Every night, he cooks me dinner, steals my sweatshirt, and then asks me to like his thirst traps. Some people have asked me if I recognized him as an internet micro-celebrity on his Hinge profile. And I did, yes. I had seen his content, and despite that, I still swiped right. And that risky swipe did bring us here. I couldn't be more grateful, seriously. Lucas is a phenomenal partner, and I wouldn't want to think about what my year would have been like without him. I do. I love him so much. So much that I don't even really get the ick from those mirror selfie videos. Okay. I'm done. Thank you all for coming today.
To our headliner, say about Jinkx Monsoon that she hasn't already said in a weird, off-putting way on her own Instagram? She's so funny, a celebrated drag icon, an amazing musical theater legend. Keep it going for Jinkx Monsoon!
Okay. Sheria, was it? Asked me what I was doing here. Well, you know, I was hoping maybe tonight I might meet, you know, a pansexual man with a good sense of humor, which is what I thought I had met when I first met Lukas. You know, this dais. Lukas wrote to all of us on Instagram in a group message, which was very helpful. Yes, I didn't know any of them by name. I wanted to try to roast some of them, but I first have to literally know anything. I don't know anything. Even the people I've met here tonight, nothing, no recollection. Apparently, I was on your podcast. So I go to the group message to try to, you know, get a read on everyone. And first of all, I open the thread and it's like, I'm not following any of them. Bad sign. I'm not already following any of them. And so then I start looking through the names and then I realize this is just gonna take so much time. And I am very busy. Sounds like, and I'm not trying to be a cunt. I know you're all probably very busy as well. I'm just busy with things that people see. But put all pressure on me to do well. Lukas, I'm not sure how Lukas first came into my field of view. Though I've got to say, I immediately found him extremely hot. He is my type. I have a thing for grown men who look like the ghost of a Victorian orphan who died in your basement. He looks like he was directed by Tim Burton. He looks like that character on Big Mouth. You know. I don't name any of them. Just think of one of them. He looks like. What really turns me on is a guy who looks like they were definitely born premature. With all the charm of an IT guy and the fashion sense of one with IBS. Lukas has that face that has a look on it that just kind of says, my breath smells like salami. I heard you laugh. He's ambiguous in many ways. When I first discovered him naturally, I assumed he was queer. But as far as I know, he's a muggle. I'm reclaiming it. Sexuality was confirmed when I attended a party he planned I went to his Oscars viewing party. Imagine 50 guests, about 5 places to sit, 4 pizzas, 3 open bags of chips, and at least 2 requests that everyone BENBOW him. That's a straight man planning a party. He's just got that certain je ne sais quoi, you know. Je ne sais quoi is a French phrase that means, I just don't know what. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have assumed you didn't know what that meant. That was very condescending. Condescending means when someone talks down to you. So you might wonder, what is it about Lukas that attracts me to him the most? Well, I've said a lot of shit about him, and just take all of that, take everything everyone said about him tonight, and just think, a guy like that who willingly puts himself on the internet must be packing a weapon of ass destruction. That is BBE in definition. Though he looks so anemic, I'm afraid a boner would knock him out. Lukas, thank you for inviting me to roast you tonight. I greatly admire you for using your platform to help others. Your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed little platform. Truly, I adore you, and the more I get to know you, the more I see that you're one cool dude. Happy birthday, Carson. And if you ever want to get up, get down with the motherfucking sickness. Was that straight talk with that? If you ever want to try something new, you have my assistant's number.
Put himself after that. Be like, let me follow that up. But he's gonna really get us back. I love him so much. This is one of my very best friends in the world. You guys love him. You came here just for him. I want you to start clapping.
First up, I need to thank my great friend and host, Gabby Jordan Brown. Gabby is not only a friend to me, but an ally to the entire straight community. By being a lesbian and removing herself from the equation entirely. That was a joke. Gabby is actually bisexual because she's a wine aunt who flirts with women like a drunk uncle. I've known Gabby for over 5 years now, and I've watched her grow into the triple threat you see before you. Writer, performer, Motor Trends Truck of the Year. She can do it all! My friend John Franklin is here. John just got back from introducing pronouns to the Jersey Shore. one comes from New Jersey, where men say, "Of course I'm a feminist. I got black nail polish once." But from the bottom of my heart, John, you look like you sell an online course teaching men how to recycle lambskin condoms. Asad BENBOW is here, or as I like to call him, Child Gambino. Asad, thank you for taking a break from leaving comments on Reddit that say, "Let Kanye see his kids, bruh." I owe a lot to Asad. He taught me what lean was. It's not a joke. That's just a fact from 2 years ago. My friend Irina is here. Give it up for Irina. You may recognize her from looking at my waistline with envy. Irina is a lot like a Russian doll. Cannot give her boyfriend an erection. But let's give it up for her. Irina is engaged. She is engaged now. But a lot of Irina's ex-boyfriends have cheated on her. Some would say all of them. But there is one thing that will eventually come back, Irina. Your unibrow when you're 40. Irina is an actor, which is great because she gets to use all of her facial expression. Irina actually started doing stand-up comedy because a film director said during an audition that she should try it. And Irina started getting cheated on because her ex-boyfriend said, "You should try having a better vagina." Then we come to my friend, low bar mitzvah, Carson OLSHANSKY is here. Carson is a lot like the economy. Confusing if you're uneducated, but visibly doing bad. Carson actually has a very interesting backstory. They were actually designed by PBS to teach kids about the dangers of being a 4. But for real, doesn't Carson look like they used to tell people that they have family in Quebec to try to sound interesting? My buddy Max is here. Max, you look like a Lego man that came to life and immediately got a tummy ache. For real though, Max does have to get medication that stops his intestines from attacking the rest of his body. Max calls it Crohn's disease, but really his intestines just did an accurate vibe check of them. Max and I are very different people. Max is really into watching video game speedruns on YouTube. I like when my girlfriend has an orgasm. Max has a terrible mustache. Moving on. Hold on, guys. Is that Matt Damon rendered in a PlayStation 1? No, it's Aran Clemens. Aran was a theater major. I especially love your work in standing in a circle at a party and not saying anything. Aran is, you may not be able to tell, Aran is a very musical person. He has the eye contact of Ray Charles. And the voice of a dead Ray Charles. Sheria's here. Who you may recognize from shouting at teenagers to never reach their 30s. She's outside going, "You will still have roommates!" Now, Sheria, as mentioned before, runs a show called Gay Shame. But straight men will send in their 5-minute stand-up tapes for consideration, not realizing that it's a queer show. And I say this to all straight men watching, keep it up! Sheria won't admit it, but she wants to book She just doesn't know how to express it. Women often don't. She's shy. She says she's tired of straight white men, but really, she hasn't met the right one yet. And that could be you. Remember, no stage isn't for you. Sheria, happy Pride. Speaking of Pride, let's give it up for Neanderthal, Sonny LaPrade. I'm not saying that Sonny has the teeth of a horse, but Daniel Radcliffe ran into her while he was doing Equus and asked her, "Why aren't you in rehearsal?" Sonny, if you were a white person in America 200 years ago, I know you'd have been on the right side of history. And shoo the shackles off enslaved people yourself. And now we come to my friend. You know her from Doctor Who. You've seen her on Broadway. She is the two-time winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, J.K. Rowling! To many, Jinkx is the queen of all queens. To me, she's the only one that I've met. Now, that's a joke. I know plenty of people who do drag. Gabby's dressed as a comedian. Jinkx conjures memories of many of the great musical theater stars. You know, Judy Garland, Angela Lansbury, Ethel Merman, icons who are in many ways dead. Jinkx is an incredibly brave trans actor. She has the boldness of Marsha P. Johnson at Stonewall, and the acting ability of The Brick. And I don't have anything written for her, but thank you to my girlfriend for doing that. That was really awesome. I kind of don't have anything mean to say. Let that tell you what you will. Fucking, for real, thank you. I just didn't write it. Don't. But seriously, thank you to everyone here. I'm so grateful. This has literally been a dream of mine to do something like this for like a year since I'm so happy with how this has happened. Thank you to Littlefield. Thank you to Ruben Dryblatt in the back who's helped us produce. My girlfriend has been the main organizer and manager of this, and it's the reason this happened at all. They give a huge round of applause for this. And also thank you to Jason King, DJ Jason King. And now we come to the part where I have to say something sincere. I don't actually have to be. I chose everything about this. What am I saying? I don't know. But anyway, here goes. Look, turning 30, I was looking back on what I was most proud of in the past decade, and unsurprisingly, it was starting comedy. And when I started, I was so nervous, I almost fainted multiple times. And I made a vow to myself that anytime I saw someone at an open mic who made me laugh, I would tell them, just in case they were as nervous as I was. And shut up. As crazy as my therapist thought doing a roast like this was, I knew it was something I wanted to do because I'm a comedian, but before that, I'm a guy with a dead dad. Nothing you can say can hurt to me, all right? It's fun. But for real, before comedian, I call myself a comedy fan and nerd, and there's no way I'd rather celebrate my birthday than by enjoying the explosive skill of these comedians I'm blessed to know. And Gabby's here too. But for those of you in the crowd who aren't comedians, you're currently surrounded by a shit ton of the funniest people on the planet who run amazing shows. I invite you to hang around, have some drinks, meet some strangers, ask them about their shows, wait long enough, it will tell you about them anyway. Please follow them, please support, go to the disgusting bars where they're performing. These are balding men, IBS women, and unfashionable non-binary people. who were able to alchemize 8 minutes of stage time into pure joy. And remember to please tell them how much they made you laugh. Thank you very, very much.